If you feel like you don't value yourself and your low self-worth is holding you back from the life you desire, then this video is for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia and I help lightworkers, starseeds, priestesses, leaders to remember who they are, to step into their highest potential, embody their soul and gifts to create the life they desire. And today I want to talk about self-worth. I have yet to meet a light worker who would have healthy self-worth. Most light workers don't value themselves. They don't value their gifts. They don't value their essence, their being. They don't even see it. They feel inferior to other people. And because this is such a deep wound in so many people, I want to give you some tips on how can you start healing your self-worth. The first obvious thing is that you need to heal yourself. You need to work with your emotional body and work with your beliefs. You need to do some inner child healing work. But besides of this obvious one, let's dive into 3 tips that will help you to heal your self-worth. The first one is learn to bring your attention, your energy, and your focus on yourself. As an empath, as a light worker, as a sensitive person, you are trained to give your focus and your attention outside of yourself all the time. This is something that kept you safe when you were a child. Let's say that your parents were feeling up and down. Let's say there was some kind of unstable, energetic, emotional situations in your life, and you needed to learn to scan their emotions so that you would know how to adjust yourself to keep yourself safe. Now this ability is valuable and it helps you to be empathic. It helps you to really feel what other people feel or what you think they feel, because it can also happen, but it doesn't help you with feeling worthy, knowing your value. So what I want you to practice is to truly learn to shift your focus and your attention onto you. I want you to focus on your own experience, on what it feels inside of you, inside of your heart, your body, your mind. I want you to get to know yourself. Because what happens when you are all the time focused externally onto other people is that you are energetically not at home. Like it's like missing, it's almost like a void space here, energetically speaking. And when that happens, you don't know who you are. You have disconnected from yourself. Your consciousness is scanning your environment, but there's no one home. And to feel your value, you need to build up such a strong core, energetically speaking, that you will just feel yourself and your being and your body. You will feel connected to all the aspects of you. And this will truly help you to feel worthy. So one easy exercise how you can practice this is imagine that you are somewhere where it's very busy, there are many people around you. Let's say you are in a shopping mall or somewhere like that. Normally, without realizing it, you are likely scanning the energies of other people. You may even feel into other people without even wanting to, because your energy body is trained to focus outside of you. What I want you to do instead is when you are in that shopping mall, walking or doing whatever it is, focus on your experience, focus what it feels like in your body. Focus on what you want, what you need. It's like you would turn the energy inward. You would change the current of your focus and brought it to yourself. If you are in some kind of family happening and you know they are your family members, normally you would try to like energetically scan the situation. How do they feel? And you focus on what they experience. Instead, I want you to focus on your experience of that situation and what it feels to you. You need to be energetically at home at all times. This really will help you to feel more confident, and also it will help you to see your value. Another tip is to use your self-worth as an indicator of where you are supposed to be in your life based on your soul. So let me explain. If you are in the wrong situation for you, then you will not feel worthy. It's almost impossible. So although self-worth is something that's innate, and it's like internal, and it comes from our being, we also need to be in the right environments. So let's say that you are in an emotionally abusive relationship. It doesn't matter how much inner work you do on yourself, you will not feel worthy, you will not feel valuable. You will not love yourself because you are in the wrong situation. I remember my client, she struggled with low self-worth since she was a child, I think. And it was always an issue, and because of her low self-worth, she would make changes that would put her into situations that were not aligned with her soul. And it got to a point where she felt like she lost spark, she lost the joy from life. If this happens, it means that you are disconnected from your soul, that you are living on different timelines than your soul wants you to. And so my client came to me almost like an empty shell, like she was so drained, so void of life and spark, that she didn't really see any way out of those situations where she was. And we did lots of inner child healing work, emotional work, energetic work to have the foundation. But once she had the foundation, she actually started making changes in her life. And she actually ended up moving to the other side of the world. She moved to India. There she met her fiancé. Her fiancé. She met new friends. And she doesn't doubt her worth anymore. Why? Because she's finally in the right circumstances, right situations for her, based on her soul. Your soul always guides you to do certain things, experience certain things, and if you don't, you really cannot feel super worthy if you are in a situation that's not meant for you. If you are, let's say, in a job that you really hate with every part of your being, you can do lots of inner work, but if that job is not meant for you and you are there out of safety or some kind of fear, it's not going to make you feel worthy staying there. This applies to any situation, truly. If you are in situations that are not meant for you, you will not feel worthy. And quite the opposite, you will feel worse and worse about yourself, because that low self-worth in those situations that are not aligned for you is an indicator from your soul that this is not the places that are meant for you. It doesn't mean those places are bad, wrong. It's just not meant for you, and it's time to move somewhere else. Now, what's related with this is that we often tie our sense of worth to something. We think we have to be very productive, we have to create this and that, we have to have a good job, good money, good this and that. And if we don't, we are not worthy. But you cannot feel worthy if you are trying to achieve some goal that comes from your ego or from your fear, or it comes from scarcity or limitation, because you are following something that's not meant for you, and there will be always disconnect. And my last tip that I want to give you is to start asking yourself, how would someone who values themselves treat themselves? How would that version of you that knows their value treat yourself? How would that version of you show up every day? So you may look at your life and make like an audit and look at different situations and see whether you would be in those situations if you truly valued yourself. And if not, then see how you could shift them, how you could change them. Maybe you show up like a different version of you. Maybe you have to shift and change the situation. But if you truly valued yourself, how would you show up in this world? If you knew your worth, what kind of environments, situations you would be at? What kind of relationships would you cultivate? What kind of chances and opportunities would you step into if you truly valued yourself? If you ask yourself every single day this question, how would someone who values themselves show up today? It will guide you to start making changes in alignment with your true worth, because your worth is innate, it's there. The reason you don't feel it is because you were conditioned out of it. Your worth is connected to your being. Your being is when your soul's energy can just flow through you without any obstacles. You are in your highest timeline. But when you are out of there for whatever reason, you feel like you are not worthy. And so implement those 3 tips and see how it changes, how you start to see your value. Also, on my website, I have a masterclass. I think it's called Raise Your Self-Worth. And it's in the online shop section on my website. You can also find the links down below in the description. And if you want to dive much deeper, you can purchase the masterclass and start watching it and do the exercises that I'm teaching and sharing inside of that masterclass. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share and subscribe, and I see you next time.